What we doing, guys? It's 3 in the friggin' morning.
It's all such a rubbish. Yeah, and there's too many joints and they all sleep.
This channel is sponsored by Three-Legged Thing.
No, it's crap.
It's not one of them kissing gates, is it?
No, it's one of these animals. Yeah, that's nice. That's going to be nice.
That is a photograph.
Yeah.
Without doing anything.
Yeah, just take.
You went back for that photograph, didn't you?
No.
Yeah, you did. What is that?
What is?
That thing there.
I don't know, but there's some workings all around here.
Some sort of mine, is it?
No, they used to quarry and stuff. But that looks like what they call it? Like a kiln type.
Oh yeah, that's the word I'm thinking. Kiln, yeah. You got it.
This would be nice if the sun comes up to the fog.
We need
get a bit of side lighting.
We need to find out where the direction of the sun is.
It's from there. Sunrise is from there.
You sure?
100%. Sunrise from there, sunset from there.
Are you a betting man?
No. I'm just looking on the app.
Oh, you've already cheated, have you? Ah, you sod.
Already check on the app. You see all the walks that everyone talking about, yeah? Yeah, that's it.
It's the only time you stopped talking, it is when I'm filming. The only time.
I'm not talking now, that's
No,
it.
you're not.
You want me to be
I'm just going to keep the camera filming. You talk more than me.
You want me to be quiet?
So I think this is going to be really interesting because I've got an idea how your images are going to come out, Mark. And I've got an idea how Ita's work, and I know the king of fog over there, what his are going to be looking like. So we're going to have like 4 different versions of this tree, different styles, I think.
Well, this is out of my comfort zone because I very rarely shoot in fog because we just don't have any fog where I live. And the only fog I have shot in has been in woodland, which is a totally different thing than a landscape. So
yeah, it's more it's far more open. It's difficult to balance then, isn't it? Because you've got so much white.
Oh, that's right. So yeah, there's going to be a bit of.
You have to show the sponsor.
You're gonna Photoshop some more trees in there. Yeah? Worst possible start to the morning. I left my coffee open, put my bag down, and it's poured out the top of the frigging thing. So it's all gone. It's weird because I was just saying to Martin, I know how Martin's shot's going to come out. I think. I know Dave's kind of style. Ite, or I think Ite's the one that's going to surprise me. But we're going to have 4 different versions of the same composition.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be down to the editing, isn't it? It's going to be 4 different editing styles. I've got to say, this is a shot here. If that light comes through there, Matt.
Yeah.
If that light comes through there, there's a shot here with this fog, look. Because that's where sunrise is.
Oh yes.
Could be a shot there, because that tree leans perfectly into it.
It does, yeah.
I was going to nick your footage then, if that's alright. Good morning, how are we? Welcome to the Brecon Beacons. There's the tree, if I actually managed to ever get around to putting it out. I did a video it was last week, with Dave, who's here again with me today, and we tried to find this tree, and Dave said he knew where it was. Turns out he was talking about a completely different tree. We never found it. We found some really, really cool trees. It's his drone going past, but we couldn't find this one, so we've managed to do a bit of research and actually find it, and I'm with 3 other photographers this morning to photograph what might be this tree in absolutely perfect conditions. I'm really, really super excited. So yeah, this is the lone tree in Osterfeld, I think it's called, in the Brecon Beacons. It's absolutely stunning. It's only the 2nd or 3rd time I've came with Neil before in the day, and I did some astrophotography here with Grant a few years ago, so I've not been for a while, but the conditions this morning are absolutely perfect. But it's an interesting shot because there's kind of only one composition from this. There's only one sort of, not composition, but one sort of viewpoint of this tree. So I'm with 3 other really, really good photographers, and I know, myself included, that their styles vary massively. So as you're watching this video, I'll show you their photographs at the end of the video, of course, but I've got an idea of how they tend to edit their photographs. So we're going to get the same sort of composition from all photographers, from all four of us, but the editing is going to be massively different. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting one to see what sort of styles that they come up with, and it's all going to be down to the edit. The composition isn't really in the settings and all that. The base of the raw image itself is pretty much going to be the same, I imagine, for all of us. So it'll be an interesting challenge to see how different the images are, but I know that the editing is going to play a massive part. So let us know at the end which of the images, which of the styles of editing you relate to the most. So obviously just drop a note in the comments to let me know which of the styles you think is more like your style of photography. So yeah, I know we're going to get 4 different types of image from this shoot. So yeah, it's going to be really cool. Also, look at them silhouettes. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, sunrise is over there in... It was 3, I had to leave at like... Oh, the sunrise was at 5 to 5, it's now 5:15, so sunrise has been up 20 minutes. So we're getting some really nice atmosphere, so I'm going to try and get some other shots. Now, with this composition, when I had to move my tripod, get out of the way so the other guys could take their shot, but it was one of those ones where it's a really difficult shot to balance, to get the composition. So much white at the top of the frame, and obviously you've got these amazing rocks coming in from the bottom of the frame, which are absolutely stunning. Now, obviously you've got a focus stack because you're literally about half a metre away from the first rock on a wide angle lens, so you want to get as much in as possible, but you need to focus stack because obviously the camera's so close to the foreground. But then I'm focusing on the middle, focusing on the tree in the background, so you end up with 3 focus stacked images, which are then merged together. Obviously exposing to the right because you've got a really bright environment, so exposing for the light, which is obviously the fog, the mist. So get the histogram all the way to the right and merge them together in post. And obviously what I do is I put my finger in between each shot to tell Lightroom, so I know I can see where my focal point is. I'll have a photograph of my finger where I'll be focusing, and then I'll know where to merge later on in post. But I'm actually thinking that although it's really good with the Benro tripod because I can fine-tune the composition with the geared knob. It's absolutely fantastic for this sort of shoot because you can really dial in and get your composition perfectly, so you haven't got to rely on sort of cropping or anything later. Get the composition actually perfect, get the rocks pointing in from all directions, get the shot balanced and all that. But then, now that the light's coming up, I'm actually thinking that handheld for the rest of the shoots, because there's going to be so many different compositions possible, but the tripod's just going to slow you down so much. So the rest of the shoot I'm going to try with just handheld. Anyway, I'm going to get the drone out and get some footage from that. Let's get cracking. Look at this, just taking the drone out of the air and it's soaking wet. Soaking wet. That's mad. Friggin' midges! Oh, time is it? 6 o'clock, just gone 6 o'clock, and the midges have started to attack. Oh man. They're quite nasty actually, it's almost Scotland level. So yeah, we're just starting to get eaten. So absolute fluke, I was flying the drone and spotted this composition. I said earlier that there's pretty much one composition, one sort of angle of this tree. I was completely wrong. By pure fluke, I was flying the drone over the tree a few times and round. I spotted this leading line of rocks. I thought, I wonder if that's just the drone shot, if it's possible to get with the camera. But yeah, a nice wide angle shot using these rocks in the foreground. And there's quite a lot of interesting rocks that we can use. You can actually see the midges. You can actually see them. There's quite a lot of interesting rocks we can use in the foreground, so I've done a couple of variants of this composition, but I'm having to do it really fast because we're getting eaten alive, and It's freaking horrendous. So yeah, focus stacking, focusing on the rock really, really close. Again, really, really close to the rocks. I'm about 1.5 to 2 foot away from the foreground. So wide angle lens, focusing. I've put a polarizer on as well. Not sure if it's actually going to do much other than hopefully cut through some of the mist, because there's just a bit too much mist. Can't really see the detail in the tree in the background. So I'm hoping that that polarizer will give us a bit more pop and contrast on the tree in the background. But obviously it won't really do much to the rocks in the foreground. There's nothing, no glare or anything like that. So it's one of those shots when a polarizer might actually cause a problem, because you could get like condensation on the inside as it changes temperature. So I've got to be careful with the polarizer. But it's on, and we're giving it beans. But yeah, a couple of different compositions here, both using really, really nice big foreground of rocks, which isn't normally a shot I tend to go for, but I think it works now. Get the tree kind of small, push the tree a little bit back, quite a minimal fine art, and I'm pretty 99% certain I'm going to love these shots in black and white. I think it's definitely going to be the way. This actually, that's a good photograph. Stay there. Okay. I like that. I tried to take that picture of him standing there. That was really good. Wait there. Fuck me, these are terrible. Get off. It's eat it. Jesus.
That's why I put this hat on, you see? At least I covered with this one.
They're terrible.
Actually, I can do like that.
You look like you're praying to the tree. That's a point. Yeah, you owe me big time. You weren't going to come, were you?
I was going to walk the dog.
You weren't. You were doing as the missus says. You were at home doing your chores.
Yeah,
like a good boy.
Cleaning the carpet and stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're glad you dragged yourself out then?
Yeah. You were persuasive, Gar. Stop phoning
And you
me.
knew.
Stop phoning me.
Start phoning. I'll come out if you start frigging ringing.
Oh, God.
How many compositions have you got then, Ito?
No idea.
Yeah?
Too many.
One after the next, isn't it?
Yeah.
Loads of Insta bangers.
I wouldn't say that.
You always manage to polish them up nicely though, don't you? You always make...
I'm sorry. I'm the worst editor in the world. That's my problem.
He just said he's the worst editor in the world. And then Martin shouts from over there, who's just started doing workshops. I do editing courses. How much are you going to charge him? He's going to need a lot of work though, I'm telling you now.
Yeah, at least my photo is shortlisted competitions. That's quite good.
Is that because you're lying about being under 12?
Yeah. Hey, can you take a photo of me, please? So funny.
Left a bit, left a bit, left a bit. There's perfect. That's absolutely perfect.
You and John, because I said if you're going to see the three of us, people
freaking all over you. That's what we're going to attack.
Yeah. Oh. No wonder why no one taking photos here.
Oh my God, this is dreadful. Absolutely stunning, stunning light. That is beautiful. I've never seen anything like this. For Wales, this is abysmal. We've moved from that tree up there because it was just too bad. The sun came out, we caught one last shot of the side of the lone tree, like the main view. But honestly, the midges, I don't think you can see them. It's so bad, it's like Scotland. I've never seen anything like it, hence the hood up, gloves are on. I'm absolutely being attacked, it's absolutely abysmal. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to concentrate on getting a few shots and I'm going to get it down because it's just too nasty. But I've put the long lens on the Nikon. Try and pick out some details. We did have really nice side light and fog just in the distance there, but that's buggered off. So I'm gonna hopefully we'll get a burst of light again and get some shots at about 200mm. I'm literally getting eaten alive here. This is horrendous. I was the only one apparently that got eaten alive by the little flying bastards. It was horrendous. I really was struggling, and yeah, I got fair few bites all over me. I'm still scarred and stuff, like I'm absolutely in a right mess. So yeah, it was nasty, really nasty. I've never seen South Wales like it. Now I was wrong about the type of image, or the type of edit, should I say, that the other photographers would send me. I was expecting, kind of predicting in my head what sort of style end result I would get from them, and I was wrong on all accounts. So yeah, that was really, really interesting. But it is interesting massively, and I knew it would be, to see how different people's images would be from the same scene at pretty much the same time. And just going on the edit, because obviously we know editing is 50% of an image, so it's really interesting. I'll show you the images now. I'll shut up and get on with it. But I had to change my editing style because I knew their images were going to be greatly different to mine, and I like a 30-second edit, sorry. And I could not get my images anywhere near what I knew that the other guys were going to be giving me within 30 seconds, so I had to spend a lot longer editing my photographs than I would normally do. In fact, I re-edited my images 3 times for this video, and that never happened. So yeah, very, very interesting one. But I was massively influenced by the images I thought the other photographers were going to send me as well. So yeah, right, I'll leave it there. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know which style of which photography you think your images relate to the most in the comments below. I look forward to reading those. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, let me know which images you think work best. Now, I couldn't work out whether or not the black and white or the colour worked for this location, so you let me know whether you think it's a black and white or a colour shoot. I actually expected everybody to be giving me black and white images from that one, but anyway, speak to you soon, and yeah, thanks for watching. Take care.